Hello, we're Gates, and you're watching Meet the Locals.
April here with Better Not Entertainment. I'm doing our segment Meet the Locals. I'm sitting here with the guys of Gates. You guys are from New Brunswick, New Jersey.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. Well, how are you guys? How was the travel or the road in from Chicago?
It was fine. The last time we were in Minneapolis, we drove in during like a rainstorm.
Yeah.
There's a bit of traffic on 94, so it was smooth sailing, blue skies today.
Yeah, it's been really, really nice here this weekend.
Heck
But
yeah.
I've been stuck at work, so. So introduce yourselves.
I'm Dan. I play guitar in Gates.
Ethan, I play guitar in Gates as well.
I'm Kevin. I sing and play guitar.
Alright, nice. So how would you guys describe music to someone who's never heard it before?
Our music or just music in general?
Your music.
Um,
If you want to describe music in general.
yeah, take a little bit more time. I would say it's loud and quiet, a lot of dynamics, a lot of guitars. We just try to make like beautiful music, and I think it's probably pretty good.
Yeah.
Beautiful, dynamic music.
Yeah.
It's always hard. We never really know what to say. They're like, what kind of music are you? It's like, I don't know.
Depending on the person, I'll just say rock music.
Yeah.
Just be done with it.
I know, I was like checking out some of your guys' other interviews you've done, and too, just listening to your guys' music, it's different. And
Yeah.
Me, like I am more into like rock and heavy metal, but I don't know, something like you can tell the passion in your guys' music.
Oh, thank
that's
you.
what
That's awesome.
struck me most.
Sweet.
Heck yeah.
So you guys are out on tour with the Deer Hunter and Sean.
Mhm.
And Minneapolis is the second stop then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I would ask how things are going, but I suppose not too far into it.
Things are going great though.
Oh,
Yeah.
The first show in Akron was awesome.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So if that's any view into what we're to expect, it's gonna be rad.
Mhm.
Now you guys are touring out to the West Coast then?
Yeah, it's a full U.S. tour, just under, I think it's like 5.5 weeks.
Oh,
5 weeks.
well, they'll keep you busy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So, like I said before, just like listening to your guys' music, there's so much passion in it. Talk a little bit more about the process with your new album, the Blooms and Breathe,
Mhm.
right?
Bloom and breathe.
Blue.
You
Sorry.
had it.
Whoops, I wrote that. Whoops, sorry about that. You talk a little bit more about the writing process. I mean, is it kind of a difficult album to write, or?
This was actually, Bloom and Breathe was kind of a turn in our writing process to where things started becoming a lot more fluid, and now we're actually writing our second LP and things are incredibly more fluid than they were for Bloom and Breathe. We had been used to kind of writing in like a part by part structure scenario almost, and Kevin lives in Brooklyn, a few of us live together, our drummer lives in central South Jersey, so there was some space between us, and we kind of just wrote a lot on our own and then not pieced things together, but it wasn't as fluid writing You Are All You Have Left to Fear and Sun Will Rise, our first two EPs. Bloom was a good, like that's when I feel like we started getting a good handle on, everyone's playing, what people could, we became more aware of everybody's like self and style and things like that.
Yeah, because you guys, not all of you are from the East Coast.
No. I'm
some are
from Nebraska and Kevin's from Michigan.
Okay, nice. How is it different out there compared to the Midwest? Would you say?
I mean, when I was growing up in Michigan, the music scene was totally different.
Mhm.
I feel like when I got to New Jersey, I felt like there was a lot of music going on that was very inspiring to me. There was a lot of bands playing with us at these shows when we first started off in basements, and they, were amazing bands that I still, to this day, am extremely influenced by, like bands like Vasudeva, Owell, and like really good bands that are still kind of, I think, underappreciated, but I think that was a huge change for me, just coming from a music scene that really I didn't have any peers in, and not really having anyone to play with. Going from that to like you know, having all these bands that I've worked with now and worked on their records, and we get to play shows, and we've done some tours with them, and it's just like it's a totally different scenario. So
Yeah, very cool. I'm just curious, how'd you guys come up with your band name?
it was I think King Brad was
It's I always like don't know what to say to this. I mean, for the most part, Mike and I, we do like visual art. He's a photographer, I'm a graphic designer, but I think right off the bat when we started the band, we had an idea for like a visual identity, and it's like really nerdy, but we had like a typeface we wanted to use and everything, and like we really liked the G monogram, and we basically just kind of like based it on that. And there was an As Cities Burn song, the B-side that they did called Gates, and we just thought that fit perfectly for what we wanted to do. We wanted to just have something really simplistic, something that, you know, maybe the listener can draw their own meaning from the name.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was pretty much it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So no, it was kind of different, so I was just
Yeah.
What was the first concert you guys ever went to?
Oh,
The first concert I ever went to, I'm trying to think.
the first like real auditorium concert I went to was Incubus or 311 and Jimmy's Chicken Shack.
Jimmy's Chicken
Chicken Shack,
Shack.
I've been to local shows, but that was the first.
Yeah.
That was the first banger.
I think for me it was The Used and the hell was their name? Vendetta Red.
Vendetta
or
Red.
something.
Oh man, that's good.
It was great.
Mine was Aerosmith.
Oh
At
man,
the Palace of
Classic.
Auburn Hills.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the
We're
first concert
huge
I went to.
Aerosmith fans in this
Great.
band. Huge.
Love them.
Are you? Or
No.
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 I don't remember anything about that show.
At least you remember
I was
you went
young.
to it.
Yeah.
So I see you guys forgot your travel TV. I was just kind of looking through your Facebook.
Yeah.
What's a typical traveling day look like in your guys' van?
I'm usually lying down for most of it, eating snacks,
Yeah.
it's
Wendy's
stopping at Wendy's.
or Taco Bell for the most part.
I've been just writing stuff, listening to podcasts, and just kind of writing notes down and trying to pick up some influence for stuff. But
It's pretty mind numbing.
yeah, I mean, like I think it was 2 tours ago, we did bring our Nintendo 64,
No.
and we had a travel TV, so we would set that up on some of the longer drives and play, and we were like, oh, let's bring the N64 back out, and we're putting out messages, and like we have an email list, and we email it out. We're like, we're gonna bring our Nintendo 64, so if anyone wants to play against us,
Yeah.
let us know, and we'll duke it out in Mario Kart or whatever. And we'd leave in like an hour into like driving, like just long enough where we wouldn't want to turn around. I was like, wait a minute, do we even have a TV for that? No, we forgot it.
We've got the system in the games.
Bring the
If
TV.
anyone's
We
got
got the
now
system.
we have the games. Don't bring up the games. Bring a TV, and we'll play it.
There you go. This is actually a question for you, Kevin.
Okay.
I was just doing some research. I know you said you were struggling with the meaning of life when you had wrote the lyrics to this new album, and what you could possibly do to feel like you're actually living instead of letting everything pass you by. I usually ask the bands always like one deep question
Yeah.
to get you thinking. So what do you think the difference between living and existing is?
Oh man, not much. I don't know.
Putting you on the spot.
Yeah, no, it's a tough question. You know, I struggle with that every day. I don't think that Bloom and Breathe and writing it was really like, it definitely doesn't solve an unsolvable question, really. Like, what is the meaning of life? It's a huge question, obviously, for anybody, but I think you try to find meaning in things you do, and I think for me, existing would just be going about your life and not having any sort of passion or anything that you love doing. And even though I find it is hard and sometimes you wonder why you're doing it or you question it, I think having music as an outlet for me has always just made everything seem worth it to me. I think it's just something that I love to do, and even if you're just having a day that you just feel like, you know, life is just kind of going on, there's nothing happening, I can just fire up my recording gear and pick a guitar up and start messing around with stuff, and it's like I feel like I've created something, and hopefully, you know, as a musician, you make these records and you're hoping that they stand the test of time, and you know, we'll be gone someday, we'll all be gone, but the records will outlive us, hopefully, you know, and even in some capacity, you know, like they'll still be here when we're gone, at least longer than we will be. So I think that like that has always given me some kind of purpose to follow, you know.
Yeah. I definitely think your guys' music will stand the test of time. I mean, I think anybody that listens to music and has a deep connection to it, I mean, can sense your guys' passion, and that's like
awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
That's awesome to hear. Thank you.
Yeah. So where can fans connect with you guys on social media? What outlets are you guys?
We have all of the usual stuff. Facebook is Gates NJ. Instagram and Twitter are Gates Music. We just started a Symbol account, which is a really cool app. You should check it out if you haven't.
What is it?
And that's just Gates. It's an app where you can post music.
Okay.
So you basically you can post a record and it'll link to Spotify or SoundCloud, and it's like a 15-second preview, or if you click into our playlist, you can listen through the whole thing.
Okay.
And we've just been posting stuff that we're listening to on the road, or
Nice.
you know, before we left, just stuff that we've been checking out lately, and sometimes we'll just post our friends' stuff or some music we've been working on. And it's pretty cool. Yeah, I really like it.
Sounds interesting. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
So you guys have any last words? Anything else you'd like to promote, share?
I did a little research myself
Oh, okay.
and saw that you used Low as an inspiration to quit your job.
Yes.
Describe those feelings for us, please.
It was, well, we can. I listened to that song and it kind of hit me I wasn't happy. Like, when you say you can't know what it's like to not know what you want anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it's so true. Like, that was in the 9-to-5 stuff, and I feel like when I tell people that I left that kind of job to go to a 4 a.m. job, that people, why would you want to leave that kind of job?
Yeah.
But it's so expensive to come downtown. You go to work with everybody, you leave with everybody, and you know, you're at work 9 to 5, and I want to pursue interviewing bands. You know, I do a lot of local band interviews, but I'm trying to expand to doing touring bands,
Right.
and you know, now with my job, it gives me more freedom and more money.
Heck
So
yeah.
That's great.
That song, it always hits home.
Yeah,
That's
That's
really
awesome.
cool to hear.
Definitely
Yeah.
interesting. I wrote that sitting in my crappy 9-to-5 job, so that's
It's
pretty much what that song's about.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Wow,
that's cool.
what a coincidence.
Yeah, I read that and I was like,
Yeah.
not a lot of people know that it's about that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. Well, thank you for running
Had to
this.
ask. Had to ask.
So, all right, well, that's all I got for you guys. Thank you for
very-
sitting down with me.
Of course.
I'm excited
Thanks for
to see you
having
guys
us.
at the Triple Rock tonight too.
Awesome.
Heck yeah.
So, all
You're on
right.
the guest list.
Sweet. Thank you. I was gonna ask you. So, all right, check out Gates. Check out Meet the Locals as well. You can find all of our stuff on rainbowhairedgirl.com, and we'll see you next interview.
Thank you.